It is a clear and sunny day here in Denmark, and there are some thoughts I would like to share with you that I find extremely interesting, and they are also very important, I think. You may have heard about the 3 possible reactions to danger or something that creates stress. They are called fight, flight, or freeze. It is considered the 3 main reactions when we try to survive in one way or another. And this goes both in the outward aspect as something physical that really is a possible physical danger, but it also relates to our way of coping with stressful situations. First of all, we have fight. If we encounter something that is really possibly demanding or really challenging us, one reaction is to fight it, to really use our energy to conquer this possible threat. But another reaction is that maybe you simply become scared, and flight is the mode. You flee the scene, you try to avoid by getting away. So in that way, you try to get out of reach so you can be more safe again. And thirdly, we have the reaction called freeze, which is actually becoming invisible or trying to become invisible in order to not be seen as a possible danger, or you simply don't know what to do. So you just freeze in a mode where you try to observe what is going on, and at the same time you are really paralyzed. These 3 very well-known reactions are part of our primal nature. They really belong to the way we survive as human beings, and we can see it with other species as well. But you may not have considered that these 3 very basic reactions are, you could say, a limited version of our greater being. Because fight really is about using energy. So in a way we could say that fight is a very limited version of our power, our spiritual power, our deep authority. So on one frequency we have to fight. At a completely different level, we have the embodiment of living presence as energy and power. And we can always step into that higher aspect. It's a matter of choice, really, and it's a matter of discovering that fight is a very limited version. Sometimes we need to fight, but it's not always. Sometimes we can step into the higher octave or the higher frequency of fight and stand in our authority, stand in our powerful being. That's our deeper nature. The second reaction, flight, is really about our deep sensitivity, because we really become uncomfortable in a stressful situation. So this uncomfortable reaction is about emotional safety. And we have another possibility than flight, and it simply is the ability to stand in a presence of holding the space, accepting what is emerging, and really letting love emerge as compassionate presence, as empathy in such a situation. So flight is a limited version of our ability to love. It is when we are not able to step into love, we tend to go into the safety reaction. The third and last, namely freeze, is about observing. It is, if I really become invisible right now and I can read the game that is going on, I might survive. And this is a very limited version of our intelligence, our creativity, our ability to read and understand life and to cope with it in a very intelligent and deep way. So in this perspective, fight, flight, and freeze are really a very limited version of our higher being, of our power, our love, and our creativity. I think to have this in mind is a wonderful perspective also to realize in situations that you can start transforming these basic reactions into something much bigger, into something that is much more fulfilling as being part of life. Of course, there are situations where fight, flight, or freeze may be necessary, but it's not the whole story of our humanity. And that's my point. We are powerful, loving, creative beings. I wish you a wonderful day.